Thank you to the amazing people who voted for this challenge. In my last video, I attempted to beat Pokemon Platinum with Dawn's anime team. This week is going to be pretty different and we're going to be seeing a lot of cutscenes because we're going to be trying to beat Pokemon Sun and Moon with Gladion's anime team. Here's his team, and as you guys can see, we are actually kinda screwed if we see any form of fighting types throughout our journey, which happens a lot, so that's gonna be fun. With that being said, let's get right into the rules I'll be giving myself. I can only use Pokemon from Gladion's anime team, and thankfully HM slaves are not needed. No items in battles, but held items and Pokeballs are allowed. And I have to play the game since that rule, so I wouldn't know what Pokemon will be sent out after beating one. Do you guys think I'll be able to beat Pokemon Sun and Moon with Gladion's anime team? Well, you're gonna have to watch until the end to find out. If you guys enjoy my content, please be sure to subscribe since it's free, and so we can beat the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's get right into this challenge. After moving to Alola and naming myself Gladion, I needed to do all the long and boring story stuff before getting my first Pokemon.
And they all died. The end.
Seriously, it took me like 20 minutes until I was finally able to get access to my first Pokemon Center. But when we finally got there, we were finally able to get our first Pokemon, Eevee. Your name's gonna be Rudius. If you guys got the reference, then you guys experienced one of the best anime in winter 2021. We can finally start the Island Challenge, which is what basically replaces the gyms. A nice and interesting way to experience Pokemon. Well, guess what? Almost immediately, I started noticing a huge problem with just having a normal type on my team. I can't attack her!
How did she even get it, Ghastly?
Wait, I actually can't attack her!
You're gonna lose.
Yes, this helps out. This helps out. Remove my PP.
Thankfully, I had a strategy for this, and hopefully I wouldn't be running into that again. Oh Jesus. Why? No! Luckily, we were able to get away from it, but holy is that annoying. After that, we ran into Team Skull, and I feel like we'll be running into them a lot. Luckily, it wasn't that bad, and we were able to destroy them with just Rudius. And soon enough, we were able to start our first trial. And as you guys can imagine, it wasn't that bad. Of course, it's the first trial, right? First, we were able to battle 3 rat dog things, and as you guys can imagine, it wasn't that bad. And soon enough, we were able to fight the totem Pokemon. This took me 2 tries because I'm actual garbage at the game, but soon enough, we were able to beat him by increasing our attack with Work Up and spamming Tackle, winning us a battle and getting us a Normalism Z? The fuck is this stupid ass name? After that, we have another battle with the worst rival in the series. Seriously, I shouldn't even consider this a battle because of how free it was. And because of that, I'll probably skip a lot of the rival battles because to begin with, they were never really that hard. We soon make it to Icky Town where we have our first grand trial. And as I expected, this went really horrible.
Oh, no.
Well, God damn it.
I tried my best, but I literally cannot beat 3 fighting types with just Rudius. I soon decided to grind up. And then I realized another problem. I can't really overlevel too much because this will happen. So that's great. I can't overlevel because they won't listen to me, but at the same time, Rudius can't do enough damage to knock out all his Pokemon. So as you guys can tell, I'm really having an amazing time already. So what I decided to do was include one more Pokemon to the party already, so we can at least have a fighting chance to beat Hala. The Pokemon I decided to pick up was Lycanroc. I'll name you Eris. It seems to fit perfectly with how you act like in the anime. Hopefully this is enough to beat him because at this point I was pretty frustrated already. It took me a couple of tries, but it wasn't long until we got the battle we needed. He sends out Monkey and I send out Rudius. Immediately I used my Normalism Z to power up my Work Up, and thankfully it was enough for Rudius to knock him out with 1 tackle. He then sends out his ace, Crabrawler. And I gotta say, that's a pretty sick Pokemon. I was able to do chip damage, but sadly it wasn't enough and he knocked me out. I then sent in Eris to knock him out with 1 Brick Break. And now it's time for this last Pokemon, Makuhita. And thank God she listened. 1 Brick Break was able to knock him out, winning us a battle and finishing our first grand trial.
you. I'm done. Everyone. You. You.
After jumping from island to island, we head to Ikaila Island, where our next grand trial is gonna be. and where we have multiple island challenges. But before doing any of that, I decided to explore around the island because it's been a while since I played these games, so it's nice.
We made it to Yeehaw Town.
Yeehaw Town.
Yeah, we made it to Yeehaw Town.
Wow. Huh? Huh?
After that, I did some grinding because I feel like we will need it. And now we're on our way to the water trial.
Oh, come
You
on.
can kill someone with that.
Yo, I'm so down. This, like, if I don't want to battle anyone, I could just run over, run them over.
Jesus, that's not what I meant.
On our way there, we ran into a really interesting character.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, that's me. This is like, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, oh, oh.
Luckily for us, the imposter was pretty trash and we were able to destroy him with the combination of Rudius and Ares. And to add insult to injury, Rudius was able to evolve into Umbreon because of this battle, so basically he was just free EXP to me. In no time, we were able to meet Lana, and she leads us to our second island trial. Here we have a battle with a huge ass fish, but it wasn't much of a problem. The AI was pretty weird and he turned us into a water type, which actually helped us out a lot. And because of that, we were able to knock him out, winning us the battle and getting us the Waterism Z. I'm starting to see a pattern with their stupid names. This is the Fire Island Challenge.
Third time.
What? Oh god, I didn't even see that there. Dude, when is this meme gonna get left down? I'm so tired of bird type.
But before that, we were interrupted to do some story stuff related to a battle royale. And
We got the victory royale.
we can now head over to the fire trial, and I just want to say this puzzle that they use here is pretty stupid. I mean, come on, who can actually mess this up? In no time, we were able to battle the totem Pokemon, Salazzle, which Ares absolutely destroyed with Rock Tomb, winning us a battle and getting us the Fireism Z. Now it's time for the final island challenge, the Grass Trial. Here, we head to a sketchy looking forest where we start our trial. The puzzle this time around is a fetch quest, and after that,
Press A to pound. I've always wanted to do this. God damn! What are we doing?
What?
Oh no!
we are now allowed to battle the totem Pokemon, Lurantis. And this took me a few tries because holy f, this guy hits like a truck. Soon enough, Rudius was able to knock him out, winning us a battle and getting us a Gracium Z. We are finally able to do our second grand trial, but before that, we're able to get a fossil. Here, I want you guys to predict what fossil I'm gonna be getting. I'll give you guys 5 seconds. If you guys guessed the skull fossil, congrats! This time I'll be giving you guys these delicious mochis. Yeah, that works well. After exploring the island a little bit more, it's time for us to face the island kahuna, Olivia. She sends out her nosepads and I send out Ares, and I was able to knock her out by poking up and spamming Brick Break. Next is her ace, Lycanroc. To make this a mirror battle, she used Continental Crush, which is a pretty cool move, but it didn't do too much to me and I was able to knock her out with 1 Brick Break. Now it's time for her last Pokemon, Boldor, which I was able to destroy with 2 Brick Break, winning us our battle and finishing our second grand trial. Holy crap, Ares is actually so good. God, I love her. After that, we head to the Aether Paradise, which seems like a really important place, so I feel like we'll be back here later. I mean, come on dude, we literally fought Squidward and his mediocre clarinet playing ass. Jokes aside, we head to Ulaula Island, where we have a few trials we're gonna try out. But before we do any of that, we have another rebel battle with Hao. But of course, he was trash, so I was able to beat him without any problems. When we make it to the next town, we get a new Pokemon, type Null. I'm gonna name you Roxy. I don't know why, but it seems to fit perfectly. And I can already tell this is gonna be an amazing Pokemon. Hopefully. After that, we talked to Professor Kukui for a bit, and we did some exploring on our way to the next challenge.
Look at these guys, what are they doing?
What? They're fighting a sign.
We then made it to Mount Hakulani. Mount Hakulani, where our next trial is gonna be. Oh my god, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering any of these names. When we made it there, we had a kinky moment in the dark, and we had to battle the totem Pokemon. Which once again really wasn't that bad because Ares and her rock side was able to carry us throughout the battle, winning us a battle and getting us the AquaticSky Z, or something like that. After that, we meet the leader of Team Skull, Guzma, which is pretty weird. I don't know how I feel about this guy. We battled him, which was pretty scary, but we were able to beat him without any problems because of Aries and her rock slides. Next, we head to the next trial.
Oh, that. Dude, if you wanna die in a horror movie, this is how you die in a horror movie. What the hell?
This took us a couple of tries, but then we got the battle we needed. This literally took the effort of the entire team to beat Totodile, but nevertheless, we won and we made sure that he's never able to walk again. Right? Right?
Oh, it's behind. What? There's no f***ing way.
Now it's time for the short but annoying Team Skull arc. First, we were forced to battle the admin, Plumeria. Despite her name sounding like a disease, she wasn't much of a problem, so we can just skip that. Because Team Skull actually kidnapped a kid's dog, we were forced to sneak into their secret base, which was a whole ass town.
Forget the barricade? Yeah, we can't just jump over the barricade. Or find a path? Okay, find a path around here.
Bruh.
As I expected, they weren't that much of a problem, but there's something in this town that made me pretty mad.
Bro. Dude, this is America. She's making me pay for healthcare.
What?
Bro.
Oh my god. Healthcare. Finally.
In this town, we were swarmed by a bunch of grunts, but thankfully some of them are actually pretty dumb as f. And in no time, we made it to Guzma. It took me a few tries, but it wasn't that bad. He sends out his Golispat and I send out Eris. I used Rock Slide to do a ton of damage, and his emergency exit made it really easy for me to knock out his Ariados without any problems. He then sends out Golispat again, which really wasn't that bad, and I was able to knock him out with one Rock Slide, winning us a battle and saving the day. After that, we can finally start our third grand trial. But before that, Gladion was so pissed off about his sister's disappearance that he took his anger out on me.
Why are you battling me? What did I do?
Anyways, after being rudely interrupted by Gladion, we can finally start our battle with Nanu, which was a complete joke. He sends out a f***ing Sableye and I send out Eris, which I was able to do a bunch of damage of because of Crunch, and then he sends out his Crocker Rock. And sadly he knocks me out, but then I send in Roxy to knock him out with X-Scissors. He then sends out his Sableye again, which wasn't much of a problem, and once again, X-Scissors was able to knock him out. He then sends out his ace, Alolan Persian, which once again I was able to knock out with one X-Scissors, winning us a battle and finishing our third grand trial. Yeah, he pretty much screwed up when he used Swagger on me. Are you guys ready for the long and annoying family drama arc? Well, I'm not. But before we do any of that, let's go get our final Pokemon, Zora, which later evolves into Zoroark. Your name will be Sophia. If you guys read the manga of the anime I'm referring to, it seems pretty accurate. And now we completed Rudius's harem. I'm so proud of you, man. Anyways, we head to the Aether Paradise to save Lily. We were of course swarmed by employees here because it's probably a bad idea to have 11-year-olds running around your corporation. But even though that was the case, they weren't that much of a problem and Sophia had even evolved into Zoroark, so that's pretty awesome. Though it was pretty annoying having all these battles back to back, but at least we had this golden moment.
What the hell?
He turned into a Beyblade, bro.
I don't understand.
And in no time we made it to Guzma once again, which was pretty easy because Aries in her Rock Slide was able to knock him out without any problems, so let's just skip that. After that, we see this crazy bitch named Lusamine.
Squidward is coming down from the heavens.
Seriously though, this bitch is a fucking lunatic. We gotta beat her up to teach her a lesson. She sends out Clefable and I send out Eris. I use Work Up to increase my attack and Continental Crush to knock it out. Next is her Lilligant, which I send in Rudius for. Here I was able to Toxic Soul her to knock her out. Next is her Beware, which is a Pokemon that actually destroys me. I didn't know at the time that even if I lost the battle, the story would progress. And thank for that because I really did not want to watch that long ass cutscene again. After that, she got sucked into a wormhole or something. I don't care, I could care less. She was an asshole anyways. Something I did care about though was Lily's development. Now, that was cute to watch. Anyways, it's time for us to head to the final island I'll be exploring, My Little Pony Island. Oh my god. After doing some story related stuff, we can finally battle the last island Kahuna, Hapu. And as I expected, this took a couple of tries. Our Pokemon just can't do enough damage to knock out Mudstill. And then I realized that Zora can learn Grass Knot, so this might be what I need to beat her. She first sends out her Dugtrio with their luscious hair, and I send out Rudius. and one Focus Blast was able to knock her out. Next is her ace, Mudstill, which I was really afraid of. But surprisingly, one Bloom Doom was able to knock it out. She then sends out her Gastrodon, which I was able to knock out with 2 Grass Knots. What a complete joke. And now it's time for her last Pokemon, Flygon. Sadly, she knocks out Rudius, but luckily Rudius and Roxy was able to knock her out, winning us a battle and finishing our final grand trial.
Yes! Oh my god, finally! Jesus, it took me all night.
Again, we see some Lily development, which is really nice. And soon we make it to the destination where the final trial is gonna be. While we're here, Kama'o suddenly attacked us. This of course took us a couple of tries, but it wasn't really that bad. Funnily enough, we only needed to Toxicol him and boom, we won our final island trial. We soon are able to end this family drama. After playing a flute and opening a whole ass wormhole, can't believe I'm saying something so outlandish. We head to Ultra Space to have our final battle with Lusamine, and this time I'll win. I need to redeem myself from what happened after all. I of course lost my first try, so I decided to move some items around for this battle. What I decided to do is skip Roxy the Eviolite. Hopefully this is enough to beat her. She sends out Clefable and I send out Roxy. Immediately I stack off an attack with Sword Stance, and because of that I was able to knock her out with 1 Iron Head without any problems. Next is her Beware, which I'm absolutely terrified of. But luckily a few Iron Heads were able to knock him out, but holy did he do so much damage on me. Next is her Lilligant, which of course knocks out Roxy, but I send in Rudius to stall it out. Am I a scumbag? Yes, thank you very much. She then sends out her Milotic and I tried Toxistalling her again, but it didn't work this time. I then realized I could stall out her Hydro Pump PP, which is really good for Eris. I sent her out and immediately I start stacking up on bulk ups before knocking her out. Take that, you bulky fuck. Now it's time for her last Pokemon, this ugly ass ghost, which I was able to knock out by crunching it, winning us a battle and saving the day once again. See you later, bitch. You get the award for worst mom ever.
Dude, no, dude, she tried killing us. What do you
I know,
mean?
right?
The f is this?
On our way to the Victory Road, Roxy finally evolved into Sivali. Man, it's pretty crazy how close we are to finishing this journey. Like, I thought it would take longer. Before heading to Mount La Nakila, I head to Pony Island to talk to a hula girl. She's really important because if we beat her, we get a free Focus Sash. I'll be taking that, thank you very much. After that, we finally head to Mount La Nakila, which is the direction we need to head to for the Pokemon League. Here we have our last 2 rival battles with Sussy Boy and How. Both I absolutely destroyed because I'm just too good at the game, man. Nah, that's a lie. I then make it to the Pokemon League, and honestly I'm pretty scared because there's a fighting type Elite Four member there. But it's time to face him, and I got this. Before I go in, I want to show you guys my team. Here it is. Some of the items and moves will be changed depending on what member I'm gonna face, but for the most part, they'll be the same. With that out of the way, let's face the Elite Four. The first member is a flying type Elite Four member, Kahili. She sends out Skummery and I send out Sylphiet. Here I spam Flamethrower and try and knock her out. Next is her Magnibuzz and I try knocking her out with Nasty Plot and Flamethrower, but sadly it wasn't enough. And I had to send out Eris to knock it out with Rock Slide. And from here on I was able to sweep his entire team with just Rock Slide and Continental Crush, winning us a battle and making this the first member down. Eris is an actual legend, holy hey! Next is a Rock type Elite Four member, Olivia. She sends out Relicanth and I sent out Rudius, which I was able to knock out with 1 Bloom Bloom. She then sends out Carpink, which I was able to knock out with a combination of Sword Stance and Iron Head. Next is her Ace, Lycanroc, which I was able to knock out with 1 Iron Head. What a joke. Now is her Protopass and I did as much damage as I can to her, but because of Paralyze hacks I wasn't able to knock it out, and I needed Eris to take care of it. Now it's time for her last Pokemon, Golem. I sent out Rudius and I was able to knock it out with a couple of Grass Knots, making this a second member down. Next is a Ghost type Elite Four member, Acerola, and I'm not gonna lie, this battle was kind of a joke. I sent out Sylphiet and from here on I was able to stack up on 3 Nasty Plots, and because of that I was able to murder her entire team with just Shadow Ball, making this a third member down. Nothing personal, kid. On to the last member, Hala. And as you guys remember, this guy specializes in fighting types, which I'm absolutely terrified of. I had to do some brainstorming to win this battle, and not only that I need to be hella lucky. But now it's time to face him. Let's do this. He sends out Hariyama and I send out Roxy. Immediately I use Sword Stance and thanks to Focus Sash I was able to survive a close combat. This was enough to knock him out with 1 multi-attack. He then sends out his ace, Craboniable, or something like that. Sadly Iron Head wasn't enough to knock him out and he knocked me out with his Fisty move. which is pretty overkill, don't you think? I then sent out Ares to take it out with one Brick Break. Next is his Primeape, and thankfully he misses Cross Chop. Because of that, I was able to knock him out with 2 Brick Breaks. He then sends out Beware, which absolutely destroys me with Hammer Arm. Holy f***. Thankfully his special defense is pretty trash because Sylphiat was able to knock him out with 1 Flamethrower. And now it's time for his last Pokemon, Poliwrath. I sent in Rudius so he can keep damaging himself like an idiot, and this was enough for Sylphiat to knock it out with 1 Bloom Doom, winning us a battle and making this a final member down. And now it's time for our final challenge, Kukui. This is gonna be my final challenge before I become champion of the Alolan region, and as I expected, this is gonna be pretty hard to beat. No surprise there, right? This took me a couple of tries, and while I was recording, my capture card started breaking. But, luckily for us, it didn't take long before we got the battle we needed. He sends out Lycanroc and I sent out Roxy. I then proceeded to use Sword Stance to increase my attack, and this was enough to knock him out with 1 Iron Head. He then sends out Braviary. I was able to do so much damage to him with multi-attack. He then uses fucking Whirlwind, and Ares was sent out because of that. But because of that, I was able to knock him out without any problems with Rock Slide. Next is a Snorlax, and I'm not gonna lie, if I ever see a Snorlax jumping like that ever again, I'm gonna be absolutely terrified. Anyways, I used Sword Stance to increase my attack, and because of that, 1 all-out pummeling was able to knock him out without any problems. We are doing absolutely amazing right now, holy shit. Now it's time for his ace, Decidueye, which I was able to destroy with 1 Crunch. So much for an ace. Next is his Magnezone, which I tried knocking out with Brick Break, but Sturdy kept him alive, and I tried knocking him out over and over again, but he knocked me out with Flash Cannon. And because he healed him up, that made my damage worthless, yay! Luckily for us, Sylphiat was able to knock him out with 2 Flamethrowers. Now it's time for his last Pokemon, Alolan Ninetales. And with 16 HP and 1 Iron Head, we became the champion of the Alolan region. We knocked out his last Pokemon, and completed this challenge. I know I say this over and over again, but I actually had so much fun doing this challenge. Mainly because I haven't played these games in so long, like 4 years, so it was a nice change of pace to play these games again. And the amount of strategizing needed for this challenge definitely made this challenge really enjoyable. So, was I able to beat Pokemon Sun and Moon with Gladion's anime team? Yeah, I was. Next is gonna be Pokemon Black and White with Iris's anime team. Thanks to a plethora of suggestions in the comments down below. So if you guys have any suggestions with what anime or manga team I should use next, please comment them down below. I would love to hear it. Thank you everyone for watching me suffering, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.